I need you, love you, I need you.
Lofi Poli Sci coming at you. Michael Pickering here talking about our famous question. What's going on in the world today? And a little Lo-Fi local for you up top. Check out Friday's Lo-Fi Global Press article on TikTok. Should it stay or should it go? And on Thursday, we dropped our latest blog. Give both of them a read at lofipolisci.com and keep up with all your local Lo-Fi updates on our Instagram. All right, now check it. Out to Ontario, Canada we go, where they had themselves a good old-fashioned heist. And yeah, I'm not joking because apparently these things still happen in the world today. But it was an airport heist, an airplane container shipment or cargo filled with gold and other valuable things valued at over 15 million US dollars. But the Canadian police aren't giving any of the info out on it because they say it's an ongoing investigation, so we don't know who it belongs to, where it came from, where it was going, or exactly what was inside, ? But as soon as we find out, we'll let you know out there. Now, an update from last month that I missed because there's so much going on, I can't catch it all. That's why I always said you let me know if you hear something first. But I missed this one, so a little bit of a catch up from really something that's been updating for the past 3 years now. Because when you think about it, everything's an update. The news is an update. What's going on in the world today is an update from what was going on in the world yesterday. So we're always catching up. But anyway. All right, so long have we talked about what was going down in the Philippines as far as 2016 and the extrajudicial killings of over 6,000 people because of the war on drugs by then President Duterte. Now, we've talked about Duterte a whole lot these past several years for Lofi Poli Sci, and generally speaking, we always say he was not a good person, of course not. But now he's out of the presidency, and the ICC, the International Criminal Court. Now, here's the update to it all. Last month, they denied an appeal from the Philippines to end the investigation and the collecting of evidence against President Duterte. The ICC said no. We're moving forward. Even though now current president of the Philippines, President Marcos, has said, we're not in the ICC. We don't have to give in to the ICC. We don't have to cooperate or anything. Nothing will ever come from this. And when you know, new President Marcos, their vice president, is the daughter of former President Duterte. Go figure. Surprise, not a surprise, who knows? But keep your eyes open on this because the ICC says it's going forward, but the Philippines says there's nowhere to go. And we got another update for you because, well, like we said, everything's an update. But anyway, out in Uganda, news has been circulating throughout the entire world that the country's National Assembly, their parliament, the legislature, you feel me? But their national legislature had passed a law that gave life in prison or even the death penalty for homosexuality. That bill was passed in the legislature and sent to the president to sign to become law. Now, it does go more specific than that, not getting into it, because the update is the president refused to sign that bill and asked the legislature to look at the possibility of rehabilitation. Now, there is so much going on here, especially behind the scenes, and a great deal of it is speculation, for sure. The president is likely trying to walk a tightrope between keeping political capital in his own political party and by supporting the bill, but also trying to keep international trade and aid flowing into the country. So as of now, the bill is not law. The bill was sent back to the National Assembly, and they are going to review that rehabilitation issue that was put forward by the president. And how long will that take before they send a new bill to the president? And what will the new bill look like? We don't know. No clue. But be on the lookout for updates in Uganda, people. Now, another update. Things in Sudan are not getting better. 2 times now, the different sides, have tried to call for a ceasefire, and it's failed both times. And we are going on 10 days of fighting so far between the two militaries. And now foreign governments, they're pulling their diplomats and their families out of the country. Which means those governments do not believe that things are going to get better anytime soon. And in fact, it means that the diplomats in Sudan likely think things are going to get worse. Now, the Sudanese military junta that rules the country currently still says that they're dedicated to return to civilian rule. The military opponents, Do not believe this for 1 second. And what's it going to take to end this before we end up in another Sudanese civil war? A third Sudanese civil war since the independence of the country in 1956? It's a big question, people. Eyes open on Sudan. And the last piece of news to send you on your way for the day. To India we go. So the United Nations just came out with a report, an estimate, that it's official. This year, this summer, India will pass up China as far as being the most populous country in the world. And this is interesting, people. This is cool because we've been talking about this for a long time, for very many, many years. And there have been different estimates, and some would kick back like 2030, 2050. But now, China had been trying to increase their birth rates. But look, India is going to be the most populous country this summer. Point blank. It's done. But does this really matter? Like, what's the difference here? Like, who cares what country is the most populous, right? I mean, what difference does it make on who has the largest population in the world? Question mark? Write in, as always. I'm curious your thoughts. And that's a brief snapshot of what's going on in the world today. Don't forget to check out Friday's Lo-Fi Global Press article on TikTok, Should It Stay or Should It Go? And Thursday, don't forget to check out our past blog, both on lofipolisci.com, and get all your local lo-fi updates on Instagram, people. And it's not a cliche or a catchphrase, it's a lifestyle. Always remember that Lofi Poli Sci is more than just me. It's the we that we be. Talk to you tomorrow, Lo-Fi listeners. Pickering, signing off.